first a caveat, this is not all the bad USAID funding there is. This is really just the funding to Western organizations we think are funding extremism abroad. There are a couple of foreign organizations in the mix, but that's because they operate proxies or shell offices in the West as well. So this is really just looking at donations to Western Islamists and a few of their fellow travelers. Now, we have uncovered $164 million of USAID and state money that we think ended up in the hands of bad actors domestically. 122 million of that 164 was given to groups that we can state fairly explicitly are aligned with terrorism. So these may be groups that are openly funding Hamas proxies in the Gaza Strip. They may be working with Lashkar-e-Taiba in Pakistan, or indeed, they may be groups whose staff express support for acts of terrorism to no punishment or concern from charity officials. So it's a mix of these recipients. It's a mix of organizations that are providing, at times, what appears to be a form of material support to designated organizations, and at other times are providing propaganda, agitprop, abstract but equally dangerous support as well. And so, I can give you a few examples. In the Gaza Strip, the Bayadère Association has received $900,000 from USAID. It received these through an intermediary because USAID often works for a primary awardee and a sub-awardee. And USAID too often trusts the primary awardee to vet the secondary award, the sub-awardee. So we can get into the details of why vetting is so terribly implemented later, but just to state that outright, that's how a lot of this works and how a lot of the problem grants appear. And the Bayadère Association is a Gaza-based organization that was working with three Western charities. One is called the Catholic Relief Services, a non-Muslim group who have a poor choice in the company they keep. Another was the American Near East Refugee Agency, a very prominent partner of USAID. And a third was Islamic Relief, a big Islamist group. So already you can see the network is getting big already, and we're just discussing one grantee. Now, the Bayadère Association is a Hamas charity. It talks about the fact that it is a Hamas charity. It discusses its meetings with senior Hamas officials and Hamas Politburo members. In fact, at one of the events that these charities supported, the Bayadère Association's project in Gaza, this was just before the 2023 attacks, was attended by the son of Ismail Haniyeh, the late Hamas leader. So there's no doubt about who this charity is and the kind of company they keep. Another example might be the Unlimited Friends Association, funded by 7 Western 501c, of which 5 have taken USAID funds. And the Unlimited Friends Association, or UFA, published on their social media their desire to cleanse their land of, quote, the impurity of the Jews. This is extreme stuff. This is not a group that is, by virtue of being in Gaza, has to work with the Hamas government. This is a group firmly, ideologically, and financially and logistically committed to Islamist terror rule in the Palestinian territories. So that's what it looks like in somewhere like Gaza.